So you're thinking about moving to Huntersville, North Carolina, but you want to make sure it's the right decision for you. You're looking to understand the good and the bad about living here in Huntersville, the pros and the cons, the yin and the yang, the ups and the downs about living here in Huntersville, North Carolina. Huntersville is growing more and more popular by the day. So today we're going to break down the good and the bad about living here in Huntersville. So hopefully we can help guide you while you make your decision on where you want to move to next. Huntersville, North Carolina is a large suburban town that consists of about 61,000 residents. And you're about 14 miles north of Charlotte City Center, and you're about 17 miles from the Charlotte International Airport. Huntersville is nestled between I-77 and the southernmost tip of Lake Norman, and it's one of the fastest growing suburbs in the Charlotte area, and is really well known for the fantastic restaurants, shopping, neighborhoods, and outdoor activities. Now, Huntersville is anticipated to grow by 74% by the year 2040, and during that time, the population is expected to be around 106,000 residents. And currently, 84% of residents in Huntersville own their own home, so it's a fantastic area to live. Now, the economy here in Huntersville is extremely strong. When you look at the median income for residents here in Huntersville, it is $102,000 annually. And guys, there are so many pros about calling Huntersville, North Carolina your home. I mean, the population growth is a testament to the popularity of this town. People are flocking here. So today we're going to focus not only on the pros about living here in Huntersville, we're also going to focus on some cons as well, give you a nice round picture of what life is like here in Huntersville. So guys, let's go ahead and get after it. So if this is your first time on the channel and you want to make sure you know everything there is to know about Charlotte and the surrounding areas like Huntersville, North Carolina, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you can be the first to know what's going on here in the Charlotte market. My name is Josh Finigan, team leader with the Finigan Group powered by eXp Realty. And myself and my team get calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like you looking to move to the Charlotte area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, text us, email us, schedule a Zoom meeting so we can meet face to face. I'd love to learn a little bit more about what you're looking to accomplish and how we can help. So let's go ahead and start off with looking at some of the pros of living here in Huntersville, because there are quite a few of them. And one of the best pros about Huntersville is, of course, the location. As we mentioned before, Huntersville is just north of Charlotte City Center and actually hugs I-77, and I-45 is just to the south. So it gives you super clean and easy access to anywhere you want to go in the Charlotte area. You can get to Charlotte City Center in about 20 to 25 minutes, and the International Airport in about 25 to 30 minutes. Not to mention you're about 15 to 20 minutes from the Concord Regional Airport, which is another great hub that has a lot of local flights and a lot of discount flights that you're not going to find at the Charlotte International Airport. And over to the west, Huntersville hugs the southernmost shores of Lake Norman. Huntersville is actually the closest of the Lake Norman towns to Charlotte City Center, so it gives you easy access to everything you need in the Charlotte area while still enjoying that coveted lake life. And just to the north, you'll find the awesome town of Davidson, North Carolina, that has some fantastic restaurants and shops right in the historic Main Street downtown area. So really, anywhere you look around Huntersville, there's fantastic things to do. But when you live in Huntersville, you don't need to go anywhere else because you have everything you could possibly ever need or want right here in Huntersville, which brings us to our next pro, the fantastic shopping and restaurants you can find right here in Huntersville. Most notably, you'll have access to Brookdale Village, which is actually where we're filming today. It's a nationally recognized mixed-use development, which is hands down one of the most popular shopping centers and restaurant areas in Lake Norman. Here in Brookdale Village, you'll find over 60 retail shops. You'll have small boutiques and some large brand names like Dick's Sporting Goods, Victoria's Secret, and Barnes & Noble. And you'll find a ton of great restaurants like Bad Daddy Burger Bar, Fox and Hound Bar and Grill, and Suffolk Punch Brewery. Not to mention you'll find a movie theater, and they host events all throughout the year. We actually shot a video doing a whole deep dive into Brookdale Village and the neighborhood itself and some other fantastic things about this community. So I'll put a link up here and in the description below if you want to learn a little bit more about Brookdale Village. You'll also love visiting downtown Huntersville that's currently being revitalized. They're actually spending over $60 million revitalizing this historic Main Street area. But you'll already find some great restaurants, shops, and Discovery Place for kids, which is a fantastic place where you bring your kids and let them play around. Which this brings us to our next pro about living here in Huntersville, and it's all the fantastic things to do for the entire family. Huntersville is home to the largest Renaissance festival in North Carolina, the Carolina Renaissance Festival. It sits on over 25 acres, and it's an old medieval town that really takes you back to the 16th century. You'll find jousting tournaments, authentic food, craft vendors, and a ton of attractions for the whole family. You'll also love to visit the Carolina Raptor Center. It's a rehabilitation center for birds of prey. They've taken in over 20,000 birds over the past 40 years, and they've taken about 800 birds annually. They do release about 60% of those birds back to the wild. And you also have Frankie's Fun Park of Charlotte, which is always a good time. You have putt-putt, go-karts, bumper cars, bowling, laser tag, and arcades. Or you can play a round of golf at one of 3 18-hole golf courses here in Huntersville. And if you're a nature lover, you're going to love Huntersville, which brings us to our next pro, outdoor activities. This town is home to 15 different parks. You have many options if you're into walking trails, biking trails, or a picnic area. And Huntersville has access to one of my favorite activities, lake life. Huntersville is nestled on the southernmost shore of Lake Norman, giving you fantastic waterfront homes, communities, and access right at your fingertips. If you don't have a waterfront home or waterfront community, you still can have access pretty easily here in Huntersville. There's quite a few different places you can store your boat, either dry slip or a wet slip. And you also have a public access spot at Blythe Landing as well. So it gives you a lot of opportunity to enjoy that fantastic lake life. You can enjoy some skiing, boating, or just relaxing on the water with some friends. And there are so many pros about living here in Huntersville, but the last one that we're gonna discuss today is real estate, the fantastic communities you can find right here in Huntersville. There's a plethora of opportunities, so you can find something that really fits your needs and goals. You have Birkdale Village if you're looking for walkability to be able to walk out of your house and just go to a shop or a restaurant. You have Skybrook, which is a luxury golf course community. And you also have Vermilion and Northstone, just to name a few. But there's a lot of great neighborhoods right here in Huntersville. So guys, that is it for the pros on this video, but let's go ahead and talk about some cons, some things you may want to be aware of before moving to Huntersville. And let's go ahead and start with one that really annoys me, traffic. Huntersville is growing, and it's growing rapidly. So with that comes growing pains. And one of those growing pains is the traffic and the congestion you can find on some of these roads, especially in higher traffic times. So you'll definitely find a lot of traffic kind of right around that Birkdale Village area and along I-77. But one big positive, I-77 does have a toll road, so if you pay a little bit more, it can make your commute a little bit easier. City officials in Huntersville are aware of this traffic issue and are actively working to improve the infrastructure to really help mitigate some of this traffic issues here in Huntersville. But really those projects do take time, so it'll probably get a little bit worse before it gets better. Next con we'll discuss today is the public education system. Huntersville consists of 15 schools, 7 elementary schools, 5 middle schools, and 3 high schools. Now this did end up on the cons list, but I'm not saying Huntersville's schools are bad by any means. It really depends on where you live. Out of the 15 schools, 11 of them have a rating of an 8, 9, or 10 out of 10. So many of these schools are great public schools. There are a handful of schools that have poor ratings, which is why it ended up on the con list. So if you are moving to Huntersville and schools are important to you, you want to make sure you pay attention to what school you're buying into. If you are looking for options outside the public school system, then Huntersville has some great options for you as well. They have a lot of great private schools and charter schools. Most notably, you'll find the Lake Norman Charter School, which is actually ranked in the top 4% of high schools nationwide. So the next con we'll discuss today is the low inventory of available homes. Now, Huntersville is a very popular place, and I'm sure you can tell that by all the pros about living here in Huntersville, which means it's very competitive to get into a home here. And because the population is growing so quickly, new construction builders are having issues building enough homes to meet that demand. And that also causes a lot of competition on those pre-owned homes as well. The average days on market for a home here in Huntersville is just 9 days. If you see a home you like, you better act quickly because it probably won't be on the market for too long. and the month's inventory here in Huntersville is 1.3 months. So it's super, super low. Which this brings us to our last con we'll discuss today, and that's the average sales price for homes here in Huntersville. Again, there's a lot of demand to get into Huntersville, so the prices will be high because of that demand. So Huntersville's average price is much higher than many of the surrounding areas, with exception of Davidson. The average sales price for a single family home here in Huntersville is $575,000, which is a testament to the popularity of this town. So that pretty much wraps up the pros and cons list of living here in Huntersville. I hope you guys found this video helpful and useful in determining where you want to call home next. And if you live in Huntersville now or used to live in the area, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What did you like about living here, or maybe what did you not like? That will definitely help all the people watching this video and maybe considering either moving to or buying a home here in Huntersville as well. I always love hearing from locals or former locals. What did you like? What didn't you like? But guys, remember, be nice. And again, whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, text us, email us. We'd love to make your transition to the Charlotte area as smooth as possible. Guys, until the next video, I'll catch you around town.